Me, Diggity Dean Dane Sampson, as always, or whatever you feel like calling me today. But if you really know me, you know I'm just trying to chill more in Danger's World. I am here with Brooke Evans.
Hi.
Thank you for coming and sitting down with us. You're welcome.
Excited.
You just fought a few weeks ago. You look fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you must have beat the shit out of her.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you did? Yeah.
Yeah.
How was that? You fought down in Louisville?
Yeah, it was in Louisville. So it was a lot of fun, and it was close by. I live in northern Kentucky, so it was pretty close to where I live. So
Are you from Kentucky?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So
Yeah.
you got to find your home state.
Yeah, so I got to fight, and it was close by, so a lot of my friends and family and stuff got to go, so that was nice. So I had a lot of people there, and it was exciting.
Does that make a huge difference when you have, like when you're close to home or whatever, and you have people in the crowd that you know are there? Or is it distracting?
Yeah, so I don't think about it like in the moment. Like when I'm getting ready for the fight and when I'm getting ready to walk out, I'm actually fighting. I don't think about it then. Mm-hmm. But kind of leading up to the fight, it adds to the excitement because it kind of makes me feel like super grateful because I have all these people that are like, I want tickets and all this like support.
Yeah.
So I like it. Yeah, it is. It's nice like leading up to the fight, and then after the fight, it's always so much fun because I get to go say hi to everybody that came, and it's like, it makes me feel good, you know?
Yeah, as well it should, and especially when you get done in that adrenaline, and you see those, like you look to the crowd and you see familiar faces.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah,
that's cool. But I think the adoration of strangers is sometimes pretty cool too. Like you can make strangers clap for you.
Yeah,
that's
the little
cool
girls. There's always it's happened in a couple of my fights. One of my very first fights back, there was this little girl and she like fist bumped me, you know, before I went in the ring, and that was pretty cool. She was probably like 10 or 11 or something.
Yeah, probably felt like Wonder Woman.
I know,
moment,
yeah.
right?
And then the last fight I just had, there was 2 younger girls too that wanted their picture with me and stuff because I was the only girl fighting on the show. So I always like that.
How do you navigate that? So I know, women are breaking into the fight world more. But how do you find your comfortability in like a male-dominated field like that?
I don't know. It doesn't really bother me. I grew up playing sports.
Yeah.
And granted, like obviously I played women's sports, basketball and all that. But when you're playing sports, like you're around a lot of guys and stuff like that with them and their sports and everything. So I don't know. And it just I don't know. It doesn't. I feel like I kind of have a leg up being a female because there are so many men in this sport. Mm-hmm. When you're a female, I think sometimes you can get more opportunities a little quicker.
More to that's
you know what I'm saying?
That's life.
So,
that's okay. So being in a male dominated thing, it's at the gym, it's this and that, like but it's quality in there. And you mentioned being as a female, you get more opportunities. But you've been fighting for a long time, right? So have you seen the difference of when you said you started professionally getting in a fighting at 19? So I don't want to trust that lady their age.
I'm 37. No, it's fine.
So 37. So you're going on almost 20 years in the game. Have you seen the evolution? Has it gotten easier?
Oh, yeah. So it's actually gotten harder. Like there's more competition with females now. Mm-hmm. When I first started, when I was 18, just the fact that I was aggressive and I could hit hard and I was like, come forward, that was enough for me to like do really well, and I like won the Indianapolis Golden Gloves. Nice. I got some cool opportunities early on, right? Mm-hmm. And then, so I took a long time off. Mm-hmm. And then when I came back, it was like a whole nother ballgame with the females because they've started a lot younger. The amateur boxing and stuff, it's in the women's Olympics and stuff now. So
which is crazy. So there's a positive, negative, double-edged sword. There's more opportunities for single fighters, but you also look at it as there's a lot more people to fight.
Yeah, right? Definitely. Yeah, there's more. Yeah, there's more.
Do you think the level discrepancy? Because I know you said when you fought Turner recently, like she wasn't as experienced, but she was available, right? Mm-hmm. So do you think do you run into that a lot where you just fight, you're just overwhelming competition because they don't have...
You can see that will happen a lot. A lot of stuff with, especially when you get into pro boxing and stuff, the pro level.
Yeah.
Sometimes promoters or different fighters, they just have to make things happen that are beneficial for their records and things like that. So you can see sometimes uneven matchups pretty often. Especially like at the lower levels. Once you get up there with like the Michaela Mayer and Sandy Ryan, they're a high level, right?
Yeah,
and they're
absolutely.
both equal, but on the come up with that, sometimes
it's
you get
happen.
Mm-hmm, yeah,
it's
you
almost
have
like
fights.
busy work.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But I got you. So you mentioned that you took a long break. So because when you came back And you recently celebrated 5 years of sobriety. Is that correct?
Yeah. So I'll be coming. Yeah. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
That's a big accomplishment. How did you get there?
It was a really long journey to get to where I'm at right now. This is the longest amount of sobriety I've ever had.
5 years long.
Yeah, it's huge. The longest I ever had prior to this, I was in a long-term treatment center, which I've been to lots of jails, rehabs, treatment centers, all that.
I've been to go
IOPs. Yeah, I think it was like 25 altogether, which was inpatient, but that's also including IOP.
I get it. I wasn't judging.
Yeah.
25.
I know, it was a lot, but the first half of those, or more than that, was all forced on me, so that was a little different, you know.
The desire has to match the need for change to happen. So what I say, like when you fought and you were getting high and you were doing all this and it was just pure sheer talent, probably youth played a help.
It did. Right? I was smoking cigarettes and everything back then. I'm not even kidding.
It's like, in between rounds, like I really need a cigarette.
Now it's like if I don't get 8 hours of sleep, it's like, oh my God, the next day at training, you know, I can tell it's just so different now, you know.
So like, how has that helped you? Like you came back, you have a clarity now. You can get on this training regimen. And I'm sure working out, getting in the gym, doing your training has replaced some of those habits, right? For sure. It's healthier habits. Mm-hmm. So how do you see the fight game differently now with that clairvoyance?
I think now, like I feel like now because the training for the fighting and stuff like that is helps me with like all my discipline and stuff like that. So I think I look at it differently because back then I looked at it as it was just a hobby, something fun to do, right? Mm-hmm. Which I still look at it like that. But now it means a lot more to me because the people that it's connected me with, I may have some of the most amazing friends, like girlfriends and stuff that I met through the gym. Yeah. We do backpacking together. We do all this stuff. So it's like it's became more of a part of my life, I think, than what it used to be. But I have to have it be a part of my life now because it fills a lot of like voids like in a good way. Yeah,
because recovery can't be the only thing.
No,
you have to have other elements and live life. Otherwise, like I feel like then you're looking for something to fill those voids that you.
Yeah. No, you're exactly right. Because I think too, early on in my recovery journey and stuff, when I did want to be sober, I think I made the mistake of like my whole identity was me being in recovery, right? Yeah. That was like my whole identity. And I think once I was in jail for a while and I had a lot of time to like reflect and think. I was in there for almost a year, so that was a lot of time to think. But I remember thinking to myself, like, I'm more than all of this, you know? Yeah. And not in meaning I'm better than anyone, but it was like I just really started to think of like the things I could do in my life and the kind of person I could be and the identity I could have that wasn't just somebody that you know, is trying to get off drugs and stuff, you know? Yeah, there's a lot more.
I mean, and sometimes, like, unfortunately, like, that jail is the only thing that's going to give, because you just need time for your brain to heal. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. For the cravings to leave your system. Yeah. Like, you're not getting there. I mean, now you can, but it's not, you know. No, I don't want to do ass drugs.
Yeah, and I had so much so much of a foundation. Yeah. So much of a foundation of recovery and all that prior to that. I think that helped. If I would have gone to jail early on, it would have just fueled my anger and I would have been like, screw everybody. You know, like yeah, exactly. So it was a good timing, I guess.
Well, so you celebrated 5 years, you know, you just won a fight, you're training, you have the support system, and you know, when you put that kind of work in, you know, karma, universe, higher power, whatever it may be, rewards you, and you just got huge news, right?
I did, yeah.
You just got signed to BKFC.
I know.
First of all, another clap. Congratulations. That's huge.
Yeah,
that's huge. Do you still get scared when you go in the ring at all?
No, not, but I will maybe be a little bit. Yeah, like I felt real comfortable with boxing, you know? Yeah. But I did have one MMA fight like a long time ago, and I remember being in there with them tiny little gloves on, and I was like thinking like, what am I doing, right?
Because I feel like I'll have headgear or anything. Right?
No, yeah. I feel like I might have a little bit of that, right? When I'm in there and I'm like, okay, here we go. This is gonna be different.
Yeah, dude. So, and you fight at what featherweight?
Yeah, 125 to 135 is kind of.
What's a bigger range?
I know. Yeah. Okay. I can drop
like,
it.
All right. Man, so how did you come about that? You just got a call out the blue? Because you said you didn't really seek it out.
No.
I mean, some eyes are on you. That's awesome.
And you know what's funny about that is social media has really opened up a lot of doors for me. And I was so anti-social media. Like, I did not have it for probably the first 3 years I was sober, just recently, you know. So I just got Instagram like a year and a half ago, or maybe a year ago, if that. So it's kind of funny because I was...
we just became friends on it.
Yeah, I know. So I was like,
are great.
Thank you. I was so against it, but it's actually helped me a lot to open up a lot of doors with this. So.
Well, it does. I mean, and unfortunately, if you are in the public eye of a professional entertainer, it doesn't matter the platform, whether it be music entertainer or fight entertainment, doing that skill alone or just that thing, you got to be a content creator now. You got to be relevant, and there's more eyes than ever before on anyone. Like, the whole world can see you now. Yeah. You know, what's your favorite platform? Just IG? Are you a TikToker?
I don't know. I like Facebook a lot, honestly, just because. Easiest. Well, it's easiest, and the friends and stuff I have on Facebook are people I've known forever and have seen me through all my I mean, there's people that I'm friends on there that I used to use and stuff with, you know. But for sure. You know, so it's like I like having that platform because I feel like all those people really know me, like, and they see what I've come from. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Sure. So when I post stuff, it's pretty
get that one dealer you met 5 years ago, and they're like little Facebook friends.
No, I don't have any of those.
Not anymore.
I don't think.
Being silly.
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel like Facebook is for friends and family. Instagram is for like your professional pictures, or just like, look at me. Yeah. And TikTok is to be weird.
I don't have TikTok.
You want to get weird with strangers, TikTok's.
I don't think I want TikTok. I'm just going to stick with the Instagram and Facebook right now.
Whatever's working, you know? Whatever's working for you. So do you have any kind of like timetable? I mean, for when BKFC is happening?
I'm looking to have a fight here soon, maybe like end of March.
Okay, and you signed a 3-fight deal, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh, that's amazing. Congratulations on that. So you've been putting that work in, but you still, you know, those are in between, you know, those are long training camps. What do you kind of do to fill the time? I know you work on your sobriety and maintaining that. You know, but you do offer some private boxing sessions, some kickboxing classes. Tell us a little about that, maybe where people can find. You know, I know you've trained Jennifer. She loves it when I talk about it. Yes, because I used to work at a kickboxing studio, and I did like it was the fitness classes and stuff. So I've decided to pick that back up. And the gym that I train at, it's Rob Bradford's Boxing for Fitness. It's in off Red Bank Road in Cincinnati, Ohio, kind of in that area. So he's that's my coach and stuff, and he's so awesome. He's allowing me to like use the gym to do private sessions and classes, and I offer either like one-on-one privates or even if a group wanted to do something. I mean, I'm so flexible with it. I'm really excited though, because I want to be able to do that like as my like
I guess
full-time profession.
Like my full-time
profession.
Because
I mean, you know, you said you're 37, so eventually, you know, maybe these last 3 fights, it's going to be time to wind it down soon. Yeah. And I was working in a recovery, but I was working as a case manager because I went back to school and got my degree. I finished it in social work, but that was my first time ever working in recovery, and I just don't know if I want to work in recovery. I love going to my meetings. I love helping others. I get it. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot, and it's in, you know, with that kind of stuff, like, because I mean, for every 10, 20 addicts or alcoholics, whatever, you might get through and save one. So that can get discouraging, I'm sure. Oh, yeah. Especially when it's just a revolving door, and then you don't want to get too invested, but you got to be invested to a certain point. I get it. I get it.
I worked there for over 2 years. So.
Maybe you can incorporate the two. Exactly. Like a recovery kind of training class.
Well, my end goal is to like open or do like a nonprofit organization, right? And I want to tie in like the fitness classes, right? Offering classes for people that are in recovery, maybe going to different treatment centers and doing little clinics.
Yeah, I've seen stuff like that with like the yoga.
Yeah, like or even children that are affected by their families and stuff, or their parents. Let them come for like little summer camps or something during the week, just stuff like that. So that's where I'm thinking I'm going to tie it all in.
So, well, I mean, one thing that both a fighter in training and nonprofits needs are sponsors.
Yes.
Yeah. So you had a list. I know you want to thank some, but we also want to ask them to sponsor again for your upcoming fights.
Yes.
You want to shout out some of your sponsors?
Yeah, let me go.
Shameless plugs coming. You wrote them down.
All right. So I want to say thank you to my sponsors. We had Dream Team Barbershop, Alexandra Brewing Company, Better Blends in Highland Heights, Advantage Used Cars, Birdie Bound, Don Baxter Auto Repair, Gold Digger, that was Jen Henson, ACT Prep, A2B, Basement Waterproofing and Yard Drainage, Chuck's Auto Body, Big Joe's Auto Sales, and Left to the Chin Boxing, which they're in Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah. So that is a long list of sponsors right there, by the way. Thank you to them. Everybody needs support. Seems like you have a lot of it.
Yes.
So shout out to them. I might need to know some of your tricks. Door to door sounds like the way to go.
Yes.
But she needs sponsors again. Training isn't cheap.
Yes, I do. I'm definitely looking for sponsors for my next fight. We're looking at the end of March, and if anybody's interested in sponsoring me, I'll have different packages available. Because now that I'm signed with BKFC, it's like a bigger platform.
Yeah, that's international.
Oh yeah, it's like a big deal. And they'll be like
well,
the walkout.
How they can find you?
You can find me on either Facebook, Brooke Evans, or my name now on Instagram is Bare Knuckle Brooke. So you can follow me on there, and you can just shoot me a message, and we can figure stuff out. And
that goes so
it'd be
smoothly.
awesome.
Bare Knuckle Brooke.
I know. Right?
Speaking of, you have your last fight. How? And we're listening to music, and we say we have a human experience through musical journey. How do you pick the songs you walk out to? Just random, or whatever you're feeling that week, or like. Do you like a song that maybe takes shots at that person? Like what do you do?
Sometimes I'm nervous about a song that makes me sound too badassy, because then it's like, what if you go? The point? Yeah, but what if you go out there and you're like,
you just get beat the
you know what I mean? You're coming out to whatever, I don't know, but I don't know. My first walkout song was Chinchilla, Little Girl, or what is it, Little Girl Gone, or something like that. Chinchilla.
Little Girl Gone, Chinchilla.
Mm-hmm. I think that's what it is.
It's okay. Do you remember it? How's it go? Sing the chorus. Just talk about choruses.
No, it is Little Girl Gone. Yeah. Okay. But anyway, so I use that because it says something about your debut. It's hold my earrings for my debut. But
hold my earrings?
For my debut, yeah. But here's the thing. I actually think the meaning, it has to do, just from listening to the words, kind of domestic violence type stuff and all that. So it's very empowering in the way of
harm someone, so.
Yeah, and to just with things from my past and all that. I don't know. I really resonated with that song, and it really got me hyped and made me feel look at me now kind of thing, right?
Yeah,
when you
sure.
have, But
so speaking of that, so you got hyped enough, and is that the song? That's the first song you picked up. Is that the song you just went with for this last fight?
No, that was the first one. But I'll probably go with that one again for this Bare Knuckle, since it's the first Bare Knuckle.
It's an empowered too.
Yeah, and it empowered me, and it was a little debut thing, and this is my debut for Bare Knuckle. But
full circle.
There's been other ones like Heads Will Roll. I did that one, which is very techno-y, Yeah, and then so I don't know. It's just I just when I have a fight coming up, I'll just listen to different music and.
And you won by first round knockout TKO in this last fight, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And after what you have usually it's a 6 to 8 week training they do.
Yeah.
So when you put in all that work and then you knock them out in the first round, I'm sure it's awesome this and that. Do you ever wish you would have got some more rounds in because you just spent all that time?
Yeah, I know. It's weird. It's like a catch-22. I don't know. It's super exciting because it's over quick and you're like, all right, but you're not being tested, your skills aren't being tested, to the degree. So I don't know. I liked it. I wouldn't want every fight like that.
Yeah.
That would be, that'd be crazy. And you would never get better and you would never get that experience.
Unless you're just that good.
I know, right? But I feel like that'd be crazy.
Yeah, it worked for Mike Tyson, but
Yeah. But no, I mean, my most favorite are probably the ones that test me the most and are tough, and I get done and I'm like, man, I just had a fight, know? But at the same time, it was really exciting to get that.
Yeah,
just be over.
Because the point is to hit and not get hit. Mm-hmm. So you seem to do that very well.
Yeah.
Okay. So
let's hope with the Bare Knuckle. I said, let's hope with Bare Knuckle.
Yeah, let's hope with the Bare Knuckle. I mean, it led to the opportunity.
If you get hit, you're going to know.
I mean, that'd be, I'm not going to lie, just another as a non-fighter. You just got your ass beat all 3 fights. That would be bad, too. I hope you don't.
No, yeah.
Okay. I hope you don't. So I want to play a little game that we've been doing. It's called Blind Top 5, okay?
Okay.
So how it works is, what we're going to pick now is I'm going to name 5 female fighters. Okay? And a couple of them are boxers, a couple of them are MMA, and there's even one WWE person.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Gosh, man.
You'll probably know her. But so how it works is I will name a name.
Okay.
And you have to rank them 1 through 5 without knowing who's coming next. Okay?
1 being the best, in my opinion.
5,
the one I like.
5 being the worst. So we are going to start with Amanda Nunes. She's the current champ. She beat Ronda Rousey.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Spanish champ.
Yeah, let's just do 4.
4, okay. What about Clarissa Shields?
One. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know. I was just trying to think if I should put it. Yeah.
Yeah, it is tough, man. And honestly, so they said that she was like had a messed up labrum or something, and she came out wearing that Fendi for the way out. She looked amazing.
Yeah.
Fur.
And she just fought, and she did so good. She's just ridiculously amazing.
And that chick was way bigger.
Oh, yeah. She was so tall and so much bigger. Man, Clarissa she's amazing.
Okay. What about Cyborg? Do you know?
Oh, yeah. So she's an MMA chick, so I don't know them as much. So let's just put her.
I just didn't know many female boxers.
Yeah, that's okay. 3, I guess. I feel like now I want to switch them, but the 4 and 3, but it's okay.
That's okay. Charlotte Flair. Do you know Ric Flair's daughter?
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
I don't. I know Ric Flair, though.
14-time world champion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I mean, it's WWE.
Well, we'll have to go 5.
Okay. And Ronda Rousey.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I would have put her 5. Dang.
Well, she is number 2 on your list.
No.
I get them every time. They are never satisfied with it. So Lindsay, you got Clarissa Shields at 1.
I like
Ronda Rousey at 2.
Do not like that at all.
3. Cyborg at 3. Mandy Nunez at 4. And Charlotte Flair chopping people to the chest at number 5.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's a fun little game. It was
fun. I like that.
All right, so let's talk about some other things. So you have some. What else we got? Let's talk about your son a little bit. So he wrestles.
Yes.
What's his name?
Hunter.
Yes. How old's Hunter?
He is 14.
14.
Yeah,
okay, I have a 16-year-old.
Oh, do you? Yeah, he's going to be 15 in April.
Nice. So he wrestles. He plays football.
Yep, he wrestles, plays football. He's doing track too this year. He wants to do like the field stuff or whatever. Track.
Okay, the field part of track.
Yeah, the field part. Yeah.
Yeah. So does he want to do like the pole vault?
No, I think he wants to do like the shot put.
So is he a big guy?
He's like thinned out a lot. So I mean, he's just strong.
He's probably been with you in the gym his whole life.
Yeah, yeah. When he was little,
you take credit. It's okay. Yeah, you know what I mean. You are mom.
Yeah, we do wrestle sometimes.
So how do you balance that? How do you balance that? So I mean, he wrestles and stuff like so. Teaching your child skills because you're obviously trying to wrestle. He's around people. He's around the boxing world. And it's very. I don't want to say testosterone levels, but adrenaline levels and confidence and violence because it's a violent sport, right?
Yeah.
How do you teach him how to separate? And children, they want to get into this, how to leave it at the gym or in the ring and not bring it home with them. So
with Hunter, it's been really easy because he's not necessarily like a really aggressive type person. Yeah. So if anything, like just this past year in his wrestling, football, his aggression has kind of come out in the sport, right? But he wasn't necessarily growing up and stuff. One of them kids that was like super aggressive or anything like that. So I don't know. So for him, it's like I like him to see it because I want him to bring that side out in him. Does that make sense? Like, I mean, say if it was a different child where they're, bullying or getting into it with kids in school, I feel like you would have to take definitely a different approach, maybe.
Absolutely.
But with Hunter, I'm so lucky and I'm so grateful because he's so chill and stuff.
My son is the same. Actually, I've never had. It's weird. Like everybody's like me. Oh, at some point you got to hit your kid or spank. I've never had to.
Yeah, Hunter is so good.
You don't always have to. Maybe that's just part of parenting.
Yeah, and I'll get into it with him. We'll get arguments, and he thinks he's always right. And stuff like that. And we go at it.
But he's still not big enough that I still fight. So you know what I'm saying?
I think
don't get knocked out over here.
I think he knows a little bit because once I start getting mad, he's like, he's like, I'm done. I know.
So I was looking at your Instagram and like she did a great picture and that's like you looked so intimidating in your last fight. You was just all cut up and like tattooed. You have some great work.
Oh, thank you.
Did you get a lot of those? Are those all by local artists?
They're all done. Okay, so I go to Brett Horsting.
Brett Horsting?
Horsting. It's HOERSTING, I think. It's bluegrass tattoo.
Yeah. Horsting Inks.
Yeah.
Horsting. I was trying to make fun of it with a word. Here's a U, but I was thinking, never mind.
I think I spelled it right, hopefully.
Yeah, it's okay.
But bluegrass tattoo. So he's the one who's done, like 90% of my stuff. I had some stuff that I got like a long time ago, but I go to him for everything.
Just to give you the contrast, you got like alligators, like leopards.
I know.
Like all this aggressive stuff. And I just got my teacup.
I do have a flower.
Yeah, it's pretty. What kind of flower is it?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
It's just pretty.
Yeah.
So I think that's a lot too. With respect to recovery, a lot of people replace sometimes their use and stuff with ink therapy. You know, is that something that you would say that you maybe did, or were you getting tattooed up before?
No, I had some tattoos before, but let's be serious, I didn't have money back then because I was using, I was getting high, so all my money went to drugs, you know? So when I got sober and when I got out of jail and everything, I did, like I told myself, I was like, I want to get some really cool tattoos. I want to get eyelashes, and then I want to get tattoos when I got out. And
they look great.
I don't have eyelashes anymore because they won't stay on with boxing. It just doesn't work.
Well, then your natural ones are healthy.
But so now that I have like, you know, a little extra money here and there, I definitely I think it is like kind of a replacement because it's still I can like feel a little edgy, I guess, you know, and I don't know, there is something with it, the little ink therapy idea for sure. Yeah, I'm getting ready to get more. Yeah, I know.
Because I got some of my tattoos I got when I was like, 18, 19, just like friends' basements. And they have not aged well. They've not. Like I got one, it's like a Jesus tattoo on there. And Jesus just has no face. It's like it's like a dude on a cross with it's like a werewolf on the cross. Really. It's what it looks like. It's terrible. It's terrible. So maybe I get a sponsor. Anybody want to cover this up?
Shoot.
So I mean, I've been looking. You know what I thought too? Like, so do you do that speed bag? Really, obviously you're a boxer. I always thought maybe I'll come for some lessons. We can do that sometime.
Yeah, I used to do that speed bag actually when I was like little. My dad in the basement had like a heavy bag and a speed bag, and my dad was like badass at it. He'd be hitting it, elbows, all this stuff. And I remember being little and I'd be down there and I'd listen to music and I'd try to like not mess up through a whole song or something. And I think I was like honestly like 9, 10, and I'd be down there. Yeah.
Because I wanted to do like those videos for just for TikToks, because everything is 30 and 60 seconds now. Nobody has attention span. We are getting views on this, by the way, so don't think that nobody will see you. They can't not see you now. But I want to do one where like you're hitting the bag and I'm just talking to them.
Oh yeah, like
giving like stoic motivation to men. You know what I'm saying? Don't be a pussy. All right, go out and get your day.
I like that. Yeah.
This doesn't even look manly right here. I don't know what I'm doing.
I think you're right. You're onto it. That was the mission. Okay.
All right. So maybe I have some slight natural skills.
Yes.
So who would your dream opponent be if you could?
My dream opponent.
If you could fight like Clarissa Shields right now. Do you think you could beat her?
No.
What? Where's your
confidence? Right. Come on. Okay. Well, it's okay to be confident, but
kick your ass, Clarissa Shields.
You also have to be realistic. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like
that's fair.
And weight class wise, she's a lot bigger than me. Okay. And two, just she's an animal. In the best way.
So, have you checked out any of these BKFC fighters?
So you were asking about that. So there's like Paige Van Zant comes into BKFC sometimes, right? And does little things, and I would love that fight.
Yeah, love that fight.
Yeah, I would love that.
She's made a bag on OnlyFans.
Yeah, so she's got a lot of followers and all that. So like I would get probably a lot more money for a fight like that.
You know what you start doing? You start calling her out right now. Clarissa, we apologize. Paige Van Zant, we're coming for you.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that would be somebody that I would love to do the BKFC.
You probably do invest in that. I mean, like find someone like capture your journey for this. Like, your training, you're leading up to, because this is a new realm. You've been in the fight game a long time, but this is something new.
Yes.
I think that nerves makes us human.
Oh, yeah, right? For sure.
Because I don't want to get punched in the face.
Yeah.
When did you I think fighters have a different mentality. You ever got like they punched you back and you're like, ooh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, you know what I mean?
Sometimes sparring, like I have, like sometimes if I get hit really hard sparring, it just kind of pisses me off. But it's like a controlled pistol. It's like, it's not super, super angry. Like if I'm really frustrated, I'm really angry and I'm getting mad because maybe I'm frustrated at myself, I do terrible. Absolutely terrible. When I'm relaxed and controlled, that's when I do good. But I can tell you that I'm the type of person when I get hit hard, I don't want you to know that you just hit me hard.
Obviously.
So I'm immediately gonna fire back or come at you. But there are people that I've fought before or sparred or whatever. And I don't know. I don't think this is something you can train in somebody, right? Yeah. I think you either got it or you don't. Because I see some people, they get hit really hard and they maybe shut down a little bit. Even if it's for a split second, they'll kind of shut down. But then there's other people, you hit them hard and they just come right back. And anytime I spar someone and they're like that in my mind, I'm like, that's what's up. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because you know that they got it.
So was your dad a fighter too? You mentioned that he did the boxing, the speed bag thing. He just knew how to do that skill?
Yeah, he just, I think he might have done some I don't really know
like
exactly
amateur stuff or whatever.
No, he never had any fights. Like I think he
just like beating people up in the alley.
I think he maybe got some. Might have had some, little street fight things happen back in the day or whatever. Not on his doing. I'm sure he's. But anyway, so he just worked out and stuff a lot and all that, and he had the heavy bag and the speed bag. So
yeah, just kept you in shape, huh?
Yeah,
because it's led to a career for you.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean that's awesome. So. I want to talk to you more about this nonprofit that you have come with your idea, man. Because let's appeal to that. So, how do we make that work?
I don't know.
Because I like to help people with that too. So, I feel like maybe that's a program. You said you worked at it. You don't necessarily want to go back to that full time, right? With the substance abuse counseling, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, because I was a case manager.
Well, maybe if we write a proposal to the companies that you worked for. I mean, Tower House is a huge one. You have Sun Behavioral Health down here in Kentucky.
Yeah.
Maybe
Brighton Recovery Center. I went through Brighton, the long-term treatment center, and I know they're a nonprofit organization.
So maybe, but you can get compensation because the thing with a nonprofit is you can make it a nonprofit, but you can cut yourself out of salary.
That's what I heard.
That's the trick, yeah. Mm-hmm. So maybe we work on a proposal, or if anyone that's interested in this and knows the footsteps, as we talk to our audience.
Yes.
But Brooke is interested in this. She has the experience fighting. She has experience in recovery. This sounds like a perfect person to lead this. Let's try and make that happen. Let's make that happen. In an ideal world, where would you do that? Would you do that here? Just retire, like a nice ranch, like
maybe
you're in Kentucky. That's how I picture it. Like just like guys are just like hitting heavy bags in like the bar, running around the fields of recovery. Like, this is nice. Like,
oh shoot! So you're asking like, what would my plan be? Like if the nonprofit did happen, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, in an ideal world, how would it go? Paint the picture for me.
Paint the picture of the nonprofit or what my own...
Yeah, the nonprofit and then what it looks like with you and your clients or...
Oh, okay. So it would be, I would do a lot of classes and stuff at the gym. Okay. Mm-hmm. So it would be probably at the gym I train at, or if I was to find my own space or something like that. Mm-hmm. I envision me, like I said, I would love to work with kids. Mm-hmm. And then...
yeah, so what do they call that? Enron, it's Anon.
Al-Anon?
Al-Anon, yeah, where it helps the people
families
affected.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, that's the biggest thing too, like with this nonprofit, I don't want it just people that are struggling with it. I mean, I want individuals that are struggling with like alcoholism and addiction and stuff, but also like the families that are affected. Mm-hmm. So whether it be like the parents, grandparents, just any family that's affected, like I said, especially the children and stuff like that. And I would even like to do like different support groups and stuff would always be cool too. Yeah. Help find stuff for families.
So maybe have like, workout in a meeting or a meeting then a workout.
Yes, kind of thing. Something like that. Or like even just resources available.
Yeah. I think that's one of the biggest things with people that are trying to do recovery is they don't know who or how to ask.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't know, like, BioCare, people have their opinions on it, but that's one of the things that they do cover is help with, finding treatment and things like that. Just education.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And I would love to, like I said, because with me being a case manager and all that stuff and being in recovery myself, I have so many resources, and I know a lot of resources, especially in the Kentucky area. So it would be cool to be able to help with that kind of stuff. Oh, I want to also like if I could find ways to do charity events and stuff like that to raise money for like the women's SAP program in jails. Like that means a lot to me too. I've got to go speak in jails, I loved that. I got to go speak in the men's treatment, the SAP dorm substance abuse program is what it's called, and it's like in jail that you're doing it.
I did like 6 months at the Tower House program, 16, 17, and those guys came in. Yeah. And it's different, man, but at least you're around other people, when you're doing that. So, have you thought about what song you're going to use that one song for your first fight?
Oh, yeah, I think probably use that song. So my last song I used was No Doubt, Just a Girl. So that was
Just a Girl. Yeah. That was a sick song, dude.
Yeah.
I can't believe she ended up with Blake Shelton.
I know, are they still together?
They are still together.
Really?
Yeah, them and their veneer teeth.
At least it's going strong, I guess.
Yeah. I can't remember who she was married before, but all these like alpha women get cheated on, and I don't get it.
I don't know. I know, right?
Are us men just that insecure?
Yeah, I think it probably has to do with the insecurity of the other person, I guess. Maybe the alpha.
I guess, or like, when you're on the road and you're like just lonely, I guess it's hard to be faithful with that,
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. Well, we're going to take one more break and get a good word from our sponsors. And we got Brooke Evans. We'll be back in just a moment, folks. We want to thank our guest today on episode 5 of the interview podcast. Things are coming really along. I just want to address, we are still booking for March. If you have some thoughts. Also want to thank our sponsors that we have on there. And of course, we are always filming live in studio at Lone Wolf Productions, where she helps put all the magic to happen. So I want to ask, Valentine's Day just passed, and I was single again, and it's been a long time, and I'm just craving some physical affection. So would you punch my hand? I've never been punched by a fighter before.
Yes,
so
I will.
Ready?
Okay.
Ready? So, yeah. That's a wrap.
I fucking told you.
Nah, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, like that sound you made. I'm putting extra emphasis on that.
That was good. That was good. Do you think I'll hurt somebody though if I punch him bare knuckle?
Yeah.